After Diana's passing, King Charles's response was unexpected. Prince Charles, now king, and Princess Diana got engaged in February 1981. The royal wedding of Diana and King Charles, which occurred on July the 29th, 1981 at St Paul's Cathedral in London, United Kingdom, was a fairy tale wedding that would live on in our minds and the hearts of people for the rest of time. King Charles's union with Diana, however, was short-lived, since he was unable to conceal his emotions for Camilla Parker Bowles. His marriage to Diana was tumultuous and devoid of affection. After separating in 1992, 11 years after their royal wedding, King Charles and Princess Diana eventually got divorced in 1996. Sadly, on August the 31st, 1997, just a few months after their divorce, Princess Diana met her sudden end after a fatal accident in Paris. King Charles demonstrated his affection for Princess Diana through his deeds. When the sad news of Princess Diana's death came in the early hours of the 31st of August, 1997, King Charles, their sons Prince William and Harry, his parents, the late Queen Elizabeth II and late Prince Philip, were all vacationing at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. On hearing of his ex-wife's death, King Charles's reactions shocked his aides, and he was left with no other option but to break the sad news to his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, by morning. Since they were no longer together as husband and wife, one would think that King Charles would not be affected by hearing the news of Diana's death. However, the reverse was the case. On learning of his ex-wife's death, King Charles wailed uncontrollably and even collapsed in an armchair. According to royal expert Christopher Anderson, who recently wrote a book on the new monarch titled The King, The Life of Charles III, he revealed the news of Diana's death left King Charles trembling and paled, with the phone dangling in his hands. His cry was straight from the heart and was filled with enormous pain, citing a witness who'd called it a howl of anguish. Anderson further stated that the palace staff who rushed to his room found him collapsed in an armchair and weeping profusely. Anderson also interviewed the nurses in the hospital who saw King Charles when he saw Diana's lifeless body. They stated that he looked so bad that they thought he was going to faint. Since Diana and Charles were no longer together when she passed away, Queen Elizabeth II didn't think the late princess needed to be given special treatment. However, Charles was uninterested in hearing any of it and kept his ground, saying Diana, his ex-wife, deserved all the honour, even in death. It is unusual for King Charles to disregard his mother's advice, yet he did so. With Lady Sarah McCorquodale and Lady Jane Fellows, the sisters of Princess Diana, he flew to Paris using the Queen's private jet. They set out on a depressing mission to return Diana to London in a casket. Princess Diana's body was brought back to London from Paris in a plane called No. 32 Squadron. The plane was only used to fly royalty and British Prime Ministers. If you want to be part of our family, quickly subscribe to our channel so we can keep spilling the royal tea. After a brief stay in hospital, they came out with Diana's coffin, which had been draped with the royal standard at King Charles's request. 6 RAF pallbearers from the Queen's Colour Squadron took Diana's coffin out of the plane's belly when it landed at RAF Northolt and delicately hoisted it onto their shoulders. They slowly marched to the waiting hearse after adjusting the royal standard draped over the corpse. King Charles, Lady Sarah McCorquodale, Lady Jane Fellows, Tony Blair, Defence Secretary George Robertson, and several RAF dignitaries are arranged in a line by the hearse, with hundreds of people watching her corpse pass by and dropping flowers on the road. Her body was taken to a private mortuary, while King Charles flew back to Balmoral Castle to be with his boys. According to Express, the Queen's jet, which brought Diana's body, made its final official flight as a member of the royal family fleet on the 1st of September 1997. The tragic occasion was marked by the insertion of a plaque in the plane holding the honour of the late Princess of Wales. King Charles insisted on a public funeral for his ex-wife Diana, rather than the private funeral Queen Elizabeth intended. The funeral for Princess Diana was a royal one, attended by notable people from all over the world. Earl Spencer, the brother of Diana, had intended to follow his sister's coffin by himself, but King Charles refused and insisted that he follow his ex-wife's coffin as well. Additionally, King Charles made sure that his two sons, Prince William and Harry, who were 15 and 12 years old respectively at the time, followed their mother's casket. Prince William, on the other hand, was hesitant to join with this sober walk, but was persuaded by his late grandfather, Prince Philip, who offered to walk alongside him. For Diana's funeral, King Charles wore a navy blue suit against black, which made royal fans angry. Diana always loved him in blue, and he paid her a silent tribute by appearing in what she'd have loved him to wear, regardless of what people would say. However, one of King Charles's worst regrets to this day was ordering his sons Prince William and Prince Harry to follow their late mother Princess Diana's coffin in 1997 during her burial procession. On the 9th of April 2005, King Charles finally formalised his union with Camilla Parker Bowles in a civil ceremony that took place at Windsor Guildhall. King Charles's mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II, wasn't present for the wedding because of her position as head of the church and given that both Charles and Camilla were divorcees. However, she hosted them at a reception thereafter. After their marriage, Camilla also respected the late Princess Diana in her way by not using Diana's title, Princess of Wales. Instead, she chose the title Duchess of Cornwall. According to Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, who was also present at King Charles's coronation, noted that one of the hymns, Christ is Made the Sure Foundation, used for the coronation service, was sung during King Charles's wedding to Diana in 1981, and was also one of Diana's favourite hymns as well. King Charles couldn't help but include the memories of his ex-wife Diana in his coronation, because whether he likes it or not, Diana is the wife that gave birth to his sons and the heir to the throne. Despite King Charles's active involvement in his ex-wife Diana's burial and ensuring that she was given the honour she deserves in death, some people, especially the older folk, still find it hard to forgive him and Camilla for their adulterous relationship, which led to King Charles and Diana's divorce. People continue to believe that Diana would not have passed away if they had not split. Although King Charles and Diana's marriage didn't last as long as it should, King Charles III loved her in his way and wouldn't have wanted any harm near her. Her death surely left a scar and a hole in his heart. Their children, Prince William and Harry, are a constant reminder to King Charles of the love he once shared with their mother, Princess Diana. What do you think about King Charles and his reaction after Diana's death? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Click here to watch more videos, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.